What's up, YouTube? This is Jeff. Welcome to my YouTube channel. This is my very first vlog. I wanted to give you guys a little introduction to who I am, what I've been doing, and hopefully you'll stick around, subscribe, check out some of my future videos about Android unboxings, about custom ROMs, about app reviews, etc. Hopefully I can help you guys out. First of all, I've been interested in Android for a long time, but I finally got sort of interested in making YouTube videos because I have now been become a part of the team at HiOnAndroid.com as one of the news writers. So I'm heading up the news team along with Shane Starnes, Droid Modder X. We are teaming up to write news for Max Lee. A lot of you guys know Zito Max, his website HiOnAndroid.com. We now have a news page. We have for the last 2 weeks. We've been getting up a lot of content. I think I've already written about 30 articles for the site. So hopefully if you haven't checked out the site, go and check it out and leave us some positive feedback in the comments and discuss. We really want the website to become a forum where people can discuss Android and sort of get some feedback from us too if you have any questions. Zito Max has a lot of great tutorials, as you all know if you already subscribe to him. His tutorials on rooting Android, on making custom ROM flashes for your phone, and anything else that you can think of, he has a tutorial for it. Go check it out. And if you haven't subscribed to Droid Modder X, Shane Starnes' YouTube page, he also has a lot of great tutorials. Make sure you go and check out his YouTube channel and subscribe to him if you want some great videos on rooting and custom ROMs and unboxings and just anything in general. So I'm really hoping that I can bring something unique to the team and add some value to our reviews and our unboxings, etc. And hopefully all three of us can come together and sort of cover everything Android in your life. We all have a real passion for it. We love Android, and we want to bring you the greatest Android coverage we can and the greatest Android how-to videos so you can get the most out of your Android device and stay high on Android. That's what it's all about. So, first of all, if you have checked out my articles, you've probably seen my bio at the end of each article. Max had me write a little bio and post up there. My actual job, I'm a researcher in applied mathematics at Arizona State University. I did my bachelor's and master's degree in mathematics, and my PhDs in applied mathematics. My research, for those of you interested, is in partial differential equations on manifolds or surfaces. Basically, if you're interested in studying geophysical flows on the Earth's surface, it's the technique that you would need, not necessarily the craziest thing in the world to explain. If you want to do climate modeling, you need to know something about my research, partial differential equations on surfaces. That is the type of model that lets you study climate change. So I got into Android a long time ago when the Nexus One came out. I was an iOS fanboy, admittedly had an iPhone ever since they came out, but I realized the limitations of iOS as an operating system and really wanted something that was going to be more open, more customizable. I do a lot of programming as an applied mathematician, mainly in Python, C++, and MATLAB. But I also knew some Java, and I knew some, some CSS, some Perl, lots of different languages. So I knew that iOS was really closed down. It would be great if we had something that was open that people could develop for. And when the first Nexus device came out, I got it, fell in love with it, and have been buying new Android phones, rooting them, flashing custom ROMs, playing around with them ever since. I also have dabbled a little bit in app development, mainly helping friends with small app projects that they had been working on or ideas that they had had. And currently I'm also working on my own app, which is coming along slowly. Obviously, as a researcher and a professor of mathematics, my schedule is very busy, but I have been working on developing some math apps that will allow students to sort of crowdshare solutions through over an Android app. And there are already a lot of apps that let you do this on iOS, and there's also quite a few websites where you can pay and get solutions from somewhere. But the idea is to not have students just getting solutions from a teacher, but rather they are giving each other help and not necessarily a full solution. So hopefully when I release my app, those of you who are in college taking a math course, you might be interested in checking it out, downloading it. Probably will be free in the beginning, just with some ads. I hope to get that out by the end of the year, so I'll mention that on my channel whenever I do. So I wanted to talk a few things Android today. We have a lot of Android news going on these last few weeks, and I wanted to give a few of my thoughts on the Galaxy S6, the S6 Edge, a few thoughts on the HTC One M9, a few thoughts on Android Auto, and also a few thoughts on the LG G4 Note that are rumored to come out in the next month, to be announced by LG. Probably not going to be released until maybe July, but we should see the announcement here in the next month or so. So let me go down the list, sort of talk about each of those things in kind. First of all, the Galaxy S6, Galaxy S6 Edge. I actually pre-ordered a Galaxy S6 and a Galaxy S6 Edge. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep both of them yet. I actually played with both phones at Best Buy, my local Best Buy, the other day. I felt like the Galaxy S6 Edge, the edges are a little sharp, and that was one of the problems that I had actually with the Galaxy Note Edge, which I have right here. The Galaxy Note Edge, which I'm going to do some reviews of each of my phones, sort of just showing you how I use them and what I use them for. But the edge along the Galaxy Note Edge, this edge is difficult to grip. It's actually quite hard to hold, and if you look at the edge display, it's useful, but some of the information that they could have integrated here hasn't been integrated, and there haven't been that many third-party developers who've actually developed for the edge display. I'll talk a little bit more about that in my video on my Galaxy Note Edge, but that was one of my problems with this phone. So the issue, of course, is that we want a phone that's easy to hold, also looks beautiful, and gives us all these features. So my thoughts on the Galaxy S6 Edge is it's a very beautiful phone. It definitely looks nicer than the S6, the regular S6. I don't really know what to call it, so I'm just going to call it the regular S6 if it's not the Edge version. So it looks better, in my opinion, aesthetically, but there's a couple things that hold me back from thinking it's going to be my favorite. One, there's going to probably be a less available, that's probably not a great way to say it, but there's going to be less selection of cases available for this phone, because the Edge version of the Note, there weren't nearly as many cases for this guy as there were for the regular Note 4. So that's one factor. The other factor is the edges are sharp, makes it difficult to hold. It does make it feel significantly smaller than the regular S6, which is actually a Pro, but it does make it kind of sharp to hold these edges in your hand. So that's something to think about if you're considering getting the Galaxy S6 Edge. On the other hand, it looks beautiful. The tapered edges over the side, they're not as dramatic as the edge here on the Galaxy Note Edge. This is a dramatic curve on the side. That's not the case with the Galaxy S6 Edge. So you don't have to be worried about that. But the ergonomics of holding it in your hand is something I definitely recommend checking this phone out at your Best Buy, your T-Mobile, AT&T, basically all of the stores except Verizon. We all know Verizon. We're looking at you, Verizon. You never get things done on time. I have a whole bunch of lines on Verizon, and I wish they would start getting some units in the store a little bit sooner, but that's neither here nor there. Definitely go check out the S6 Edge if you're considering it, because it does have a few of those issues I just mentioned. If you want to see some shots of the S6 Edge, I posted some in my latest, one of my latest news articles on the High on Android news site. Go there and check it out. I took a lot of photos when I was playing around with it in Best Buy. Now the regular Galaxy S6 has all the same features, but of course it's easier to hold. That's the main thing about the Galaxy S6 that makes me think maybe it's going to be my preferred phone over the S6 Edge. In the end, as I said, I pre-ordered both of them. I actually pre-ordered my Galaxy S6 Edge on my Verizon line when I was at Best Buy. That won't come until April 10th, so I won't be able to get any videos up on the S6 Edge until I get it in my hands. I think me and Shane Starnes, Droid Modder X, were in the same boat. We both have Verizon. I got that phone on Verizon. My regular Galaxy S6, I actually ordered that from T-Mobile today, because I have a T-Mobile line. I actually have one line on T-Mobile, Verizon, and one on AT&T. So I have 3 of the 4 main carriers. And I heard T-Mobile was getting these pre-orders out, or these actually purchases, they're not even calling them pre-orders, so fast this week that I had to have one in my hands this week so I could start making some videos. Plus, if you haven't seen, Chainfire Auto Root has already released a root exploit for the Galaxy S6 models that are on T-Mobile. So if you're going to pick up a T-Mobile S6, then you should be able to root it right out of the box. I plan to do that when I get mine, and hopefully, I chose overnight shipping. I hope I get it sometime this week, we'll see if I pay for waiting until late last night to order it instead of those who ordered it on Friday when they first went live. So that's a possibility. So I plan to have a lot more coverage on the Galaxy S6, Galaxy S6 Edge, a lot of videos coming up on that, including some things about rooting it once I actually get it in my hands, and also comparing it to the S6 Edge once I have both phones in my hands. The next thing I want to talk about is the HTC One M9. The HTC One M9 also started their sales on Friday, March 27th, so this is past Friday, and I pre-ordered one of those, pre-ordered the developer edition of that in gold and silver, the silver gold model, from HTC themselves, and HTC sent us out a message, an email message, on Saturday morning, very early, to people who ordered the developer editions, almost everyone who ordered them that I've talked to, saying that the phone was back ordered. So that was not the thing I wanted to hear. However, it seems that HTC has told some people, not me, I tried to get a straight answer from them, but they never replied. They've told some people that the backorder message just means that we're not going to see the phone ship till Monday, but it'll still be in our hands. So we're still going to have that phone in our hands on Monday. And in that case, that's fine, or not in our hands on Monday, but we're going to have that phone tracking information in our hands Monday. And then the phone itself should arrive sometime this week, which is what they said in the original confirmation email. So I hope that's true, because I want the developer edition, of course, for obvious reasons, so I can get right into checking out any root methods, anything I want to do with custom ROMs. It's a lot easier if you have the developer edition. I mean, I could have ordered the unlocked edition, but since they were the same price, I figured why not.